Hello, my name is Neil Robertson, Executive Chairman of Compleat. And in this presentation, I'm going to be explaining what is digital purchase to pay and why it's become a must-have capability in 2022. Our world has changed yet again. And whilst we're all familiar with the challenges and disruption caused by COVID and remote and hybrid working, this has now been significantly compounded by rapidly rising inflation, both in the UK and US and around the world. And inflation has one really clear impact on cash flow and profitability. As a result, CFOs are now looking at how they actually maintain their cash, because cash has become king. And the challenges that we have all been facing is, first of all, the increasing costs in payroll, in part caused by the grand resign, whereby we were needing to increase our payroll costs to retain staff, and where we failed, the cost of replacing them. But this has been compounded by a very significant increase in overhead costs, and not just energy and transportation, but pretty much every cost across the business. And whilst invoice capture and AP automation is a given in terms of delivering productivity gains to help us see and control spend better from a financial perspective, it does very little in helping organizations to control that spend before it happens, to buy better, smarter, and cheaper, and to increase productivity by making this process easier, not just for finance, but for the buyers out there in the business, wherever they may be. And Compleat delivers a strategic solution, not only to ride out this storm, but to enable organizations to emerge stronger on the other side. The thing about adversity, it's a primary catalyst for innovation. And innovation creates the opportunity today, not only to help our customers, but also our own businesses in our hour of need. So here is an overview of Compleat digital procurement. Compleat P2P and invoice capture provides AP automation, and that is really a piece of functionality that is common. Where we start to differentiate is that we also provide purchase automation to create a requisition, put it through an approval process, and then capture the invoice and match it against that order. But we also have the capability to extract the purchase orders and receiving from the underlying ERP or accounting software, capture the invoice, and undertake that match, and then update the underlying application. Where we are totally different is the introduction of integrated on buying, the capability to enable everybody in the organization that needs to buy from the preferred websites of your suppliers, and then capture requisition relating to that spend to approve it, and then on approval to generate the order that enables it to be fulfilled, the invoice captured, matched against that order, and then posted to the accounting software. Where we also differentiate on invoice capture is that we don't just capture the header information, we capture the head and line details. And this is critical in terms of delivering advanced spend analytics. As anybody that has any expertise in spend optimization, the focus on reducing your costs will know that supplier category management is an absolute minimum requirement and the starting point of any spend optimization activity. And by capturing that information, it simplifies the process of optimizing spend. But it also has the added advantage of completely transforming the general ledger, in that it can provide the information just not on how you're spending money across the general ledger codes, but to look at that with regards to how that money is being spent by category and the suppliers being used and the cost being incurred. That makes it very simple, not just to consolidate suppliers, but use the information to take that information out to tender and to negotiate better prices for the organization. And digital procurement is the outcome, that identification of savings and the ability to deliver them, because the vast majority of savings that can be found are actually available through online buying from those preferred vendors. And by using that online buying capability within Compleat, we can ensure that all the users buy from the preferred suppliers and those savings are delivered. And having undertaken a first project, it is a natural process simply to repeat. So in short, for customers, this is about improving spend visibility and control prior to the order being placed, to improve productivity across the organization in that process, and set the mindset with regards to reutilizing that resource to proactively reduce those costs. And that, of course, impacts the key drivers of all businesses, cash flow and profitability. So we'll talk a little bit more about online buying. And in terms of our pedigree, we've been working with Amazon Business for the last 3 years. And in January 22, we launched Punch-In, a very new and unique way of purchasing online with Amazon Business. The difference is that your users simply go to your Amazon Business account, log on in the normal way, raise their order, and on pressing to purchase, it pushes that order through to the Compleat application as a request to buy. And after the appropriate approval process, it will be self-approval or any number of steps, the order is enabled automatically within the Amazon Business website. They fulfill, and then they send the invoice through directly into our application to enable an automated three-way match. It is unquestionably the most elegant and fast way to purchase. And it's worth noting that on Amazon Business, we undertook a survey a couple of years back looking at the pricing of some £240,000 worth of spend across 5 of our customers. And we discovered that if they had bought the same or an equivalent product through Amazon Business, they would have saved an average of 32% on those purchases. So having built this, we decided to take it a step further. And we're now able to allow our customers to buy online from any vendor website. And they can be set up very quickly, very easily, and that enables our customers to control every aspect of their spend online before the order takes place. And because online buying is a competitive marketplace whereby vendors are showing their prices to their competitors, almost all pricing online is cheaper. And this now makes it simpler to undertake whilst giving finance total visibility and control over that process. And in terms of an example of the savings that we're able to provide on online buying, if we take White Horse Federation, it's a 36 school group, they implemented online buying from YPO, a specialist education provider in the UK, and Amazon Business. And we took 250 staff across 36 schools live in a single day. And the amount of savings that the organization is now making as a direct result of that is considerable. And in terms of specific saving activity, the Girls' Day School Trust first project was on their food purchasing across 25 schools. And the outcome of that first project was to deliver over £1 million worth of savings per annum. And this is an ROI. This level of savings makes a strategic difference to the school. And finally, carbon emission management. And we've all undertaken the activity to commit to reducing our carbon emissions. But that is actually then becomes very challenging because we don't have the information necessary to understand where that carbon is being inherited, because 65 to 90% of that carbon of your organization is coming from what you buy and, more importantly, who you buy it from. And our carbon emissions management quantifies where you are incurring the greatest carbon and provides the tools to enable you to reduce that carbon and reflect it and also publicize the advances you're making. And together, collectively, if we all use these capabilities, it will make a difference. So what does this mean for you? Well, invoice capture and AP automation is the starting point for most partners. By adding integration online buying, it starts to completely transform the proposition to your customer. It has already become must-have functionality, and that's to retain your existing customers, because a large number of organizations are starting to review their legacy accounting software and ERP applications in order to get hold of this capability. And those organizations in the marketplace means that having the capture and AP automation is must-have functionality to be competitive in the new sales opportunity. And the difference with the complete proposition is we're not just ticking a box in terms of saying, yes, we do that. What we're doing is enabling our customers to make a strategic decision to be able to reduce the costs of what they buy and control their cash before the commitment is made. So in terms of innovation, we have also changed the partnership model. Yes, we provide referral partnerships whereby you introduce us to opportunities, and should they be successful, we pay a commission against that. But our real focus is on building relationships with reselling partners and enabling those partners to be completely self-sufficient in their operation. And we create a partner console that allows our partners to generate their customer instances in a matter of minutes, including the integration to the underlying ERP. And that provides them with full access to that customer site for all aspects of configuration and ongoing support and upgrades over time. And it includes the capability for our partners to generate the ability to provide a new vendor integration and deliver it in just minutes. And finally, leverage our spend optimization services to support them in delivering their customer savings. We also provide a white label option whereby the application can be either branded for our partners, for our email vendors, simply because it simplifies the sales engagement. So in short, for our partners, it's all about long-term strategic recurring revenue. If our expectation is the vast majority of our existing customers and also our new customers are going to be demanding this capability in every deal that we engage with, then why leave the money on the table to a third party that is simply giving you a commission on the sale that you made? Why not take 100% of the AR billing at competitive margins, 100% of the service billing? And because of the very nature of Compleat, there are multiple add-on sales and upsells that can be provided every customer, increasing the annual recurring revenue billings for those customers over time. And as we all know, ARR is fundamental to increasing the value of your business. So, welcome to digital procurement and welcome to the future. And if you'd like to find out more, please get in touch. Thank you for your time.
The future is now.